Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's time to show you the team that I used to get rank 1 in the World of Visions event. Battles begin in the city of Mako. This is against Whisper Bahamut. Whisper Bahamut is a Reaper. Mainly does magical attacks that are either dark damage, fire damage, or non-elemental. So since there is some non-elemental, you will be taking some damage during the fight, but as long as you break the boss and have good mitigations for your party, if you have like a tank or a provoker or things like that, you can usually avoid most of the damage. And I will be taking some in this clear, but it's just not that bad. It's pretty manageable. So let's take a look at the team that we used. It's right here, and I'll go ahead and show you the gear on that as well. So let me get rid of this, and we will put on the gear camera. All right, so let's start with Lilith here. Lilith serves a couple different roles. She is our cover tank for the big burst turn on turn 3 where the boss does a bunch of damage to us. She also provides us with a Reaper Killer buff. She provides us with dark resistance, and then she does damage. So she does do well at that, so she's geared for, true double hand, LB damage, and Reaper Killer, and then just a bunch of defense and spirit, and HP. So, put on whatever you can and let her go to town. Let her do her thing. We've also got Tsukiko in the base form. I went a little crazy and geared her for physical evasion. You do not need it. She's even wearing the bracer. She doesn't need it because Kaito's on the team. The only thing she needs in the base form is Magic Boost Plus. If you have it, if you don't have it, put something else there. It's just there to boost her damage a little bit. And there you go. Her shift form is geared pretty well for what we have available, because a lot of other units are using the good gear, the Clash of Wills stuff. So she's just got high magic and then LB damage and capped out on all of her evocation stuff that she needs. There you have it. Cool. I'm bringing Serge because Serge does have a 150% light amp, which is kind of cool, and he puts up a light boosting field for us as well. So we've got like his boosting field on one side and Tsukiko's Imperial field on the other side, and it's pretty sweet. So he does do a little bit of damage. I've seen him do as much as 1.9 billion by himself and as low as 1.5. So there is some variance there, obviously. It is what it is, but there's how he's geared, He gears pretty easily for Reaper Killer, so he's got Reaper, he's got Magic, and he's got LB damage. There you go. We've got 2B and A2. 2B is going to carry most of our damage. She's wearing all of our good stuff. We're really leaning into her. She's got the same build in both forms. She's got the Hero Vision card because I'm getting her EX3 tomorrow, potentially. Just depends on how the Shard Dungeon rolls out for me, either tomorrow or Monday. But for now, she's got the Hero Vision card, and there she is. She's the same in both forms. Cool. And True Double Hand and attack is maxed out. Really all she needs. A2 is geared, as well as I can without having more Clash of Wills stuff and more stuff that gives bonus stats. I know this does not work for her, but she's wearing it just because it's the highest attack chest piece that I have that is not Clash of Wills. And honestly, I could probably give her the clothes from Clash of Wills because Serge does less damage, but whatever. Otherwise, just Reaper Killer, True Double Hand, Chain Cap up. Doesn't have to worry about her LB damage because she's just using Hateful Blade. And there you go. Here's her abilities. Awesome. She's got this vision card because it gives bonus stats. Neat. Here's Kaito. Kaito is our provoker, and he's just got fire resistance, dark resistance, and as high spirit as I could get on him, so that he can resist some of the non-elemental damage on the turns where he takes it. He takes very little damage. He's just here for breaking, and then he's our passive provoker. There you go. He's got Sylvie's vision card, so you might as well just bring Sylvie, except for the fact that he is a fairly good breaker for this fight. So there you have it, and we'll go ahead and leave the gear camera on. I think the gear camera covers our. It's not gonna show our actions very well, so I'm gonna get that out of the way, and I'll just put I'll put this back up. There we go. Let's go ahead and fill my energy just a little bit so I can do the fight. Whoa, nope, not 18. I don't need that much. And I'll kind of walk you through it, how we're doing it. All right, so turn 1, Kaito is going to take a little bit of damage, so Kaito needs to go ahead and break the boss so that doesn't hurt so bad. Kaito's going to shift and use his Great Wave Assault LB. There we go. The next couple things do matter. Serge is going to put up his Luminaire, which is going to put up the light boosting field. And then Tsukiko after is going to use Prayer of Protection for mitigation for Kaito, Light Imbue for everybody, and Light Mandala. So Serge has to go first, and then Tsukiko can go second. A2 and 2B are just going to guard. Lilith is just going to Bar Darkja, cover, and Mace Imperil. So there's that. And the reason you do Serge first and then Tsukiko is that Serge is both sides. His field is both sides, and Tsukiko is only enemy side, so that way both can coexist. There's Serge. And then here's Tsukiko. There you go. So now we have got light resistance down, light boost up on our side. Here's some attacks on Kaito. He takes about 1200 damage. He resists the rest. Not a big deal. You can take 20,000 damage and still be fine, so it's really okay. On this turn, Kaito can do whatever. We're going to go ahead and have him use Man a Few Words. It does boost his attack. A2 and 2B are going to guard again. Lilith is going to... She can do whatever she wants, honestly. We'll just go ahead and have her do Kiss of Rapture just to fill some MP for everybody. There you go. Tsukiko is going to shift. And on this turn, she's going to do Omamori for a Rod in Peril. And then Solar Flare twice to unlock her good skill for later. There you go. Serge can do whatever he wants. I happen to have Lava Skin, and if you're worried about your fire resistance, you could go ahead and put Lava Skin up. That's from Phoenix. I'm not that worried about it, but you know, it's something you could do with his turn. He doesn't need to do anything that turn. There's the fire damage. Kaito's resisting everything, we take no damage, so it's good to go. Turn 3 is where we're going to get the big AoE magic attack. Lilith is going to cover that for us. You could do whatever you want here, but what we really want to do is get Kaito's LB if we can. If not, we're going to do it next turn. So to do that, we're going to do Unending Nightmare for Reaper Killer buff, Shroud of Spirits for the cover, and big 90% mitigation to resist all that damage. And then I'm going to do Bar Darkja again to try and fill Kaito's LB. Didn't quite get it. It's okay. 2B is going to shift and use her shifted LB to do Imperils for a bunch of weapons and then boost up her own LB. Okay, Kaito got his LB, so we're going to go ahead and Great Wave Assault here as well to keep the boss broken. Okay. A2 can do whatever she wants, but she's just going to go ahead and guard. Tsukiko is going to downshift and use Magic Boost. And Serge is going to guard. Here's the Mega Flare. Because of the 90% mitigation, we take minimal damage. The boss is also broken really hard with a 90% break, and so Kaito is taking good care of us there. Alright, Lilith is going to Taiva's Spirit. A2 and 2B are going to amp up, so Light Imbue, Light Amp, and Gentle Trader for A2. 2B is going to do Pod Charge, Light Amp, Light Imbue. Kaito can do whatever he wants. We'll just go ahead and have him Crashing Wave. Tsukiko is going to Magic Boost one more time. And Serge is going to use Defense, Fill LB, and Chrono Cross. In that order, Chrono Cross is the last thing for a magic store. He can use it on whoever he wants. We'll go ahead and use it on A2, why not? And then, yeah, just kind of do that. Everybody's kind of powering up for our burst here on the next turn. Flare Breath. We're resisting a bunch of damage. Kaito did take a hit, but who cares? We're taking minimal damage. Alright. And now we're just going to burst it down. So Lilith is going to tag team chain with A2 using Hateful Blade. If you had EX3 A2, you could honestly use her SLB and then Hateful Blade the next turn after she does her amps and stuff, which is the preferred rotation, but I don't have EX3, so I'm skipping that modifier boost from her SLB. It is what it is. 2B is going to chain with herself. Kaito is going to chain with Tsukiko, which is the way it should be, because they're buddies. She's going to use her Bolting Strike, Shining Karmic Retribution, and Serge is going to use his SLB. So the way this is going to go, Serge is going to go, we're going to wait. Tsukiko and Kaito are going to chain, then Lilith and A2 are going to chain, and then 2B is going to cap it all off. So we'll start with Serge. Serge. Those two. That one. Cool. And we did 13.9, so that's my highest damage yet. Not too shabby. We'll see the breakdown here in just a second. See who did well here. Serge did poorly. Lilith rolled well. Tsukiko did pretty average. 2B did great. A2 did great. So there you go. I mean, A2 and 2B honestly carried all that themselves. Now, they did get a lot of support from... we would have capped with just A2 and 2B, but these three did provide us with a good bit of support and damage from their buffs and stuff like that. So it's good that they were here, but there's our stuff. And then Kaito, you know, he's a little damage, but he's mainly there for breaks and provoking. So cool. And as you can see, that is a perfect score. We did not take too much damage. We did just fine. So hopefully that helps, and then you can go on to just continue farming the boss, and then you too will have a rank 1 clear. But yeah, if you've been hanging out for this long and you've watched this whole video, I appreciate you sticking around. We are like 12 days away from reaching our the end of our goal at the end of the month. So we are at as of the time this is recorded, 945 subscribers on YouTube. So if you have not subscribed yet and you want to help us reach a goal of getting to 1,000 by the end of the month, at the end of the year, I appreciate if you go ahead and click subscribe now, and that will help me out a ton just by keeping me motivated, because I really want to get to that goal and see how we can do by the end of the year and have something big planned for when that happens. So the sooner we can get there, the sooner we can see that big thing, whatever it's going to be. But thanks a lot. We'll see you around, and we'll see you in the next video. Should be on Tuesday for Tuesday Preppers, unless I decide to do some more clears. I'd like to maybe get some clears in that don't have the near units in them. But I don't think it's that hard. You know, you could bring like Chizuru and Olive and things like that, but you know, we'll see. I'd like to maybe do another team besides Light. In the meantime, take care, be good to each other, and we'll see you around.